Hey, good morning, you guys. How's everybody doing? I've been up since my eyes popped open at like 6:01. Oh, I see they sending out the notifications. I know it's probably a lot of people asleep, so I am going to I'm just gonna go on and do the live, and then you all can come back and look at the live. I can't stay on long because I gotta go. I gotta be out of here in 20 minutes. So hey, Nonchalant, Keita, Shan, Miss Muffin. Um, yeah, I gotta be out of here in 20 minutes. So I wanted to get on here and say that we must do better. I was up this morning when I woke up. I was up looking at like some of the things because there are things that I'm getting ready to that I've been saying I was going to talk about. But you guys, it's like it's so many stories as I scan through a lot of that stuff. You guys, it's like there's so many stories um, of violence. Violence against women, and the violence come from like the people that they know, right? And I know, a lot of times people have it really bad now. That's why really big on um I'm really big on pushing incarceration. I think a person should be incarcerated if they harm a person, especially if you're talking about murder, okay? Um, for saying something to them, in a lot of these situations, women are being killed, and I know that men are being killed too, but it's way more women that are being killed by men, men that they're dating, men that they're married to. So let's deal with that because people coming to my chat. Most people see I can pretty much tell what people tend to people don't understand is that, hey, as far as I think violence is bad, whether it's against a man or whether it's against a woman. But when we're talking about domestic violence, more women are victims of domestic violence, and they are being killed by their significant other or some man that just got out of control and took her out. But mostly, they're always taken out by somebody that they know. And as I start to look at um, I'm talking about everywhere, not just in Memphis, because I mean everywhere. The numbers are totally. Hey, She Johnson. Hey, Clarinetta. The numbers are totally high. Okay, and that's why I say we got to do better. Like that's why I push punishment for when people think that they can just kill their girlfriend or kill their significant other just because they said something that they didn't like. Who died and made them God? Okay. Um, so as I start to look at some of these cases, and I've been looking at a lot of them, y'all, that's like um, one of the things that I do all of the time. I'm able to um, start looking at quite a bit of these, y'all. Every time I open a patio, fly up in here. Um, look at some of these situations, and I was looking at a situation where a man had gone to jail and he left everything with his girlfriend, his son's mother. He was a really big drug dealer. Okay, so he had acquired a lot of real estate and all of that, and because he had to go do time, they were together. He left everything to her, all of his money that he was hiding away, all of that. He left everything to her, to I guess to see after while he was in jail. And hey, she ended up like with the real estate and all of that. I would think that he would have had to sign over everything, but it ended up being in her name, putting it in her name. Well, when he got out, she ended up putting everything in her name. Living a lavish lifestyle off of the money. Hey, I'm not saying that it was right. It absolutely was not right. But when he got out, before he got out, she started a relationship with another man, and she was going to marry another man. And he told her, "If you marry that man, I'm going to kill you." And you know what's so crazy? That's why I say we have to do better. And I know we get mad enough that we want to uh, take people out, but I think people have to be smarter, especially when people are in and out of jail um, for violent crimes. Women have to be very careful about that, because when men are in and out of jail for violent crimes, that should be your cue right there to really not even want to really deal with them like that, right? But I know in a person's mind, they always feel like, well, I'm the mother of his son, I'm this, I'm that. He would never, do this to me. But if a man goes to jail and he has to put all of his money, hide all of his money with his woman and trust her with everything. He bought real estate, okay? So he was washing his money, I guess. And somehow she takes it and put it in her name and not give it back to him when he gets out, and think that she's gonna marry another man. I mean, I guess that would be triggering. That is definitely wrong. But what he did was he went into a he got out, he went into a barber shop when her and his son was in the barber shop, and popped her in the head in front of everybody. And he's still on the run to this day. They have not been able to find him. And I look at the comments and stuff, and I see how people are just so um unempathetic. Hey, she shouldn't have did it, but no, he should not have done that. You do that in front of your son. It just goes to show how emotionally unstable people are now. What he was doing was already wrong. Her taking his money was absolutely wrong. She should have known better to think that she could take everything from a violent criminal, even if he was her boyfriend at the time, and put it in her name and not give it back to him, and not give it back to him and then marry another man. You can't do something like that. But what my point is, you can't just kill people. At what point do people go, this right here, I can't, the risk is too high. I can't, even though she's the mother of my child, I'll get her another way, but I can't take the mother of my son, especially going hit her and shoot her in the head in a beauty shop with his son watching and everybody else, and then just leave and go into hiding. Now who does his son have? And that's why I say we have to do better. A lot of these cases I do want to talk about. I think that's one of the reasons why, like, you know me working, I've had the opportunity to just see a lot of stuff that most people, when folks say, well, I came up out the hood, and I've been in these streets, I see everything. Well, I've had the opportunity to see it on both sides. And so I've had the opportunity to see things that, because of privacy laws, that they cannot show on the news, right? So that's why, one of the reasons why I have I guess, a lust for justice by any means necessary, as it relates to especially women and children being violated. And I think the as time go on, seeing how it's really it's really shocking to me how unempathetic other women are when they can be in the same situations now, how unempathetic other women can be to other women. And reading the comments and stuff, you saw more women saying, well, I just would have been down, I would have been this, he should have had shot her in the head. Even though they're mothers, they have children, they have grandchildren, and all they think, I just would have been a down ass bitch. Yeah, women got to do better, because I never thought that I would live to see the day that women got such gratification out of seeing men demean and violate and hurt other women. I don't, I don't. I never have, um, and I never will. But you know, when what she did was wrong. But I would think that's why I say we got to do better. I would think the mere fact that that was his son in the beauty shop with her, and he walk in and shoot her in the head, right? And you hear women that have children say, "Well, she should have just been a down ass bitch. I would have been waiting on him and this, and that." Wait a minute, but he just took out his baby's mother right there in front of his 7-year-old son. What she did was wrong, but what is going on? That's why I say we have to do better. People are so emotionally messed up. I don't know, because when I would think, because when I get to being around people my age, okay, I thought that because we come from a different era. This was in Philly. This was in Philly, and the man is still on the run. He's still on the run. Nobody has told where he was at. Um, um, a lot of people around Philadelphia is scared of him. A lot of people around Philadelphia is scared of him. So nobody has given him up. I mean, the police is looking for him. And guess what? Y'all, this happened 2 years ago. It happened in 2023. And he's still on the run. Nobody has given him up. A career criminal in and out of jail. Okay, if you're from Philly, let me give you the name of the person, okay? His name is Armen Hilton. Are you familiar with Armen Hilton? Are you familiar with the Armen Hilton? Let me pull it up for you guys. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah, I think he's still alive. The police said they think he's still alive, and they think he's still in Philly. Shayna, let me do my research and I'll be right back. Okay. Hold on. I was trying to pull up the story. I was trying to pull her up too. He's in Philly's top 10 most wanted. He's in Philly's top 10, Philadelphia's top 10 most wanted.
Philadelphia police have identified a suspect in connection with a deadly shooting inside. Philadelphia police have identified a suspect in connection with a deadly shooting inside a North Philly barber shop. 44-year-old Armen Hilton is wanted for murder, robbery, and related charges. Police say he shot and killed Natifa Wade inside a barber shop on Lehigh Avenue on Saturday afternoon. Investigators say Hilton opened fire inside the barber shop, hitting Wade in her torso and head. She died at the scene. Hilton is considered armed and dangerous.
That was in 2023, and he still has not been. Yeah, I know the story. The girlfriend stole all his money, and when he came home from jail, he didn't give. She did right. They're saying she put all of his properties, and she took out his money that he left with her. I mean, it was wrong. That was the mother of his child. It was she shouldn't. And then she was getting ready to marry another man, but him killing her like that still was not right. And then you kill her in the barbershop right in front of your son. But my point is, that's why I say we got to do better. Even when people are, I think the mere fact that a lot of us say now, oh, hey, I don't blame him. I think us just the way that I feel like the world starts to justify. Well, I don't blame him. Yeah, I can understand him being upset, but yeah, I blame him for killing her. There's no excuse for killing her. Yeah, he shot her in front of their son as their son stood there and watched. And they said she died instantly. Hey, TB21. Yeah, she died instantly. Now I'm gonna give y'all another example of justification. This would justify popping somebody and killing them. I remember when I was working for MPD, and this happened right in Memphis, where a man broke into a home and RAPE a woman, RAPED a woman, right? He broke in. I guess he broke in with the intent on burglarizing the home. He had been watching the home, and he brutally raped the woman, and then he afterwards he went out to his truck, okay, and fell asleep in his truck. The lady called the police, and when she looked out there and saw him, he fell out and fell asleep from raping her all night in his truck. And she got a gun and went out there and shot his ass in the back. I mean, he didn't die, but he was paralyzed. He's paralyzed. Now that's justification because she paralyzed him, but I think she should have been shooting up. Okay, that's when you start aiming for the head. Okay, head of the heart. But I can understand she was up under a lot of duress. Did she know him? Absolutely not. And here's another thing, like, people try and find ways to justify that. She had to have known him. Why he just gonna go in there and do her like that? She must have known him. I don't care if she did know him. He didn't have a right to go in there and rape her. That's what I'm saying. Like, the mindset of people got to change. You know what I mean? I never thought, coming from a different era, but then I grew up in a healthy household too. I have to think about, I don't know what kind of households you're talking about, the internet, well, where everybody feels like everybody is accessible, right? If I want to, I'm gonna go run your social security number and your credit. I mean, this is the type of shit they do. That's why I put the FBI on them and make the FBI watch them sell social security numbers and shit. Okay. But this is the type of stuff that people do. That's a mental illness. It's a mental illness. But the lack of empathy that people have now is, well, they did her like that. I ain't like her anyway because she had thought that she was really something. Lack of empathy. I don't know if it's mental illness, because I know we put a lot of stuff on mental illness, or if it's just low downness. Okay. Predatory behavior, because it's predatory behavior when you feel like you could just violate people. And I'm doing it because ain't nothing gonna happen to me, even though you're breaking laws. Yeah. And most people can't do anything, especially if people they feel like folks got dirt on them. So I think people just violate each other, which is just messed up. It's, to me, I have issues with violations. It's something wrong with that when people are comfortable with just violating other people. Right. When people are just comfortable, that's predatory behavior. Like, I watch that. That's why I'm very people go, well, that's just dramatic. No, I watch that. I understand when people exude predatory behavior, especially if it comes from men. And the sad thing about it now, women are adopting it too, because so many women have been traumatized. They are male identified because they feel like their mothers allowed them to be traumatized. And even though it may have been a male that hurt them, they hate their moms for allowing it, and they haven't gotten any help. And listen, hey, me for one, when people go, you just have a lot of empathy as it relates to young girls selling themselves. I know that it's not normal for a young girl to want to sell themselves. I understand that that comes from a lot of trauma most of the time. I'm not saying all of the time, but most of the time, that comes from trauma of an adult messing over a child, right? Some adult messing over a child, and it traumatizes them. And now this is what they do. Okay, this is all that they know to do, especially if they don't seek the help. You know, um, and that's why I just say, y'all, we just because I have so much going through my head. Um, that's why I say we gotta do better. Good morning, Alabama hitter. Chocolate says exactly. Some people are just evil and demon and on demon, yeah, on demon time, and they are just as old as us. They are just as old as us. you know um Us in our 40s, we came from a different era, like, where, I mean, I think that was the last era where there was at least some type of structure, more so where you had parents trying to teach you some type of structure. um it was just a different era. And um so a lot of them, unless there is mental illness, a lot of the things that people that our age do, they know better. But hey, it's like they've just taken on, some of them, the attitude of, hey, if I can do it and get away with it, I'm going to. But like I said, some people do have mental illnesses. Some of them do have mental illnesses. Anyways, you guys, I was thinking about that. Y'all know, I was up. I look at stories and stuff like that all the time, and I was just up looking at that as I wait on my eggs to boil. Y'all know I do my eggs and avocado every morning, and it be so good. Yeah, I do. I chop up an egg, chop up an avocado, chop up a red onion. I put cilantro, chop up cilantro, and feta cheese, and I put it a little bit of low fat mayo and some lime juice, fresh lime juice from lime, and put it all over it, squeeze it on it, and then put it in a lettuce wrap and wrap it up. Oh my God, it'd be so good. I cannot get enough. I cannot get enough. And I'm losing weight like crazy. Like, I gotta make sure, because I'm losing it so fast. But I gotta be honest. I am on some day 16 for me fast. No breakfast. And at first, the thing about it is, I'm not even a breakfast person. Um, but I love getting up, eating my egg and avocado. Now that's good. And I can eat that for lunch too. The only way I can eat an egg is scrambled egg. I love, oh my God. And I'm gonna tell y'all, you guys, go into Whole Foods and get the basil plant. Get the basil plant. And you get the basil plant, and I like to make pesto. I like to make organic pesto. But you get the basil plant, and I mean, I love putting like fresh basil and chopping it up and putting it in anything, I promise. But I mainly get it to make pesto with it. So learning like healthier ways of eating, and I am down 19 pounds. Be fine again real soon. My shoe size, because I'm gonna tell y'all something, like I'm 8.5 right now. Whenever I gain weight, because I'm not at my natural weight, I gained a lot of weight when my dad passed away, and it was very depressing. And I talk about this because I know that as women, our stress hormone is in our belly, and we start to gain weight. And I'm gonna tell, look, this is a testimony. I um I started gaining weight, and it got out of control. Like it got so out of control. And I remember like after my dad died, like 8, 9 months after my dad died, I went over to my studio to do like a show, because I had not been doing shows or nothing like for my TV show. And I remember I recorded my TV show, and I looked at myself and I just started crying. And I was like, oh my God, I am so fat. I like, and my mom was like, you can lose it. I was like, oh my, I cannot believe I like gained all this weight. Like I was in such a depression. He said low fat male is the devil. I was in such a depression. Um, like I would go and I would go and if go and work at that yeah, I would go and work, come home and just lay on my couch and just stare at the fireplace. I promise you, like I was getting food on the go, just isolated, totally isolated. Like depression is definitely real. And so like now, and I started, I was like, dog. And so it was like the stress. It's hard to lose weight when you are when you're stressed out. Okay. And so now that I see, like I'm almost down 20 pounds, and I see my that bloatedness in my face and then my neck leaving, and I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, damn girl, you're a chocolate pretty girl. You know what I mean? Because the weight can bring a lot of insecurity, you know. That's why I tell people it sometimes, you know, because I went to this holistic nurse also, and she was like, it's for your hormone levels. Don't let them give you synthetic hormones, because especially when you're going through that menopausal situation. But since I've been working out, because at first, you know, when you start going through menopause and all that, your periods are irregular. Since I've been working out, I go at least 3 times a week over to the gym. My period comes down regularly. It ain't as heavy as it was, you know, but it comes down on a regular. It has been coming down on a regular, and it's all just tied up in exercising and helping to get your body back right. And it can mess you up mentally, because y'all know I was a beast on here. I was cussing folks out left and right. I was mad as hell, but I was up under stress. But you know, when you have people coming up in here trying to violate you, messing with you, and I don't mess with nobody. And I don't like for nobody to mess with me. That's just one of my pet peeves. Don't fuck with me. Okay. If I don't mess with you, don't mess with me. But hey, that's hey Mike 60, but that's one of my pet peeves. Okay. And so he said, Mike said, I still love thick women. Well, I'm thick, but I'm down almost 20 pounds. Okay. I'm down almost 20 pounds. I was like, for my birthday, I think I want to do a photo shoot, because that's what I used to do all the time for my TV show. My daughters was like, Mama, it's time to just do a new season. If I didn't scream. Like for the intro on my TV show, one of my ex-boyfriends, y'all know Gangsta Pat, right? That's my one of my ex-boyfriends. And so he was supposed to do me like a from I should, oh Lord, I shouldn't have said that, but who cares? But anyway, hey J Rail, but he was supposed to do me like an intro. Okay, he was supposed to do me like an intro for my show, but um I think he mad at me. I don't think he messing with me. Chocolate says drink tap water for hot flashes, no cold water. Exercise is good for them too. Yes. Yes, indeed. I promise. Yeah, she Johnson. I'm telling you, I was like, I want to do. My daughter's was like, Mama, it's time to do a new season. Don't use that same intro that that you have been using. I said, okay. So I don't guess he gonna do the Tamara song. I don't guess he gonna do the Tamara song. Because that was the name of the song, the Tamara song. Nah, somebody just texted me. Nah, Pat is a cool guy. He's a super cool guy. He always was. We're friends now. He was always, his personality is totally different from from his rap or whatever. He's quiet and shy and reserved. And my mama used to say all the time, you think you could just run that boy. You can't run him. He just let you have your way. Of course. He's just real laid back and he don't say nothing. Okay. All right, baby. That's you, whatever you say. Ashley says, I am She Johnson. I drink the same thing. I'm drinking decaf. That's what I'm waiting on, my decaf. I went to Sam's and got decaf coffee. And that's what I like to drink. And I got that New Orleans. You guys get that. I'm gonna show y'all that New Orleans chicory. New Orleans chicory. Let's see. Hold on, you guys. Let's see who this is. Let's see, you guys. Yeah, this is it, right? Let me make sure because my address and stuff be popping up because I be ordering so much stuff. I was up ordering this. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm getting ready to order today before we get off. She Johnson and chocolate. She Johnson and chocolate. Y'all gonna love this. When I'm gonna show y'all after I show y'all this coffee, because I know She Johnson and chocolate be liking it too. Let's see. Y'all, this is it right here, and you can find it in chocolate in Memphis. You can find it in not Save a Lot, but chocolate. What's the name of that store that we go to, the grocery store? Not Super Low. What's the other store that we like to go to? The other knockoff grocery store. It's not Super Low. It's not. Thank you, Spring Peace. Help me out, chocolate. Cash Saver. That's it. This is it right here. Y'all, this right here is so good. And you only have to use a little bit of it. And they say it's not coffee, it's chicory. So it's good. It's got a nice flavor. It's made in New Orleans. It's made in New Orleans. She Johnson and chocolate. Let me show y'all what I was getting ready to order. Before I get off of here. For some reason or another, I love this purse. I've been just buying all Bessie Johnson purses. And I normally don't like purses like this, but I do. This is a basketball purse. I've been buying her purses like crazy. They are so cute. Y'all see that? That is so cute. I fell totally in love with that purse. And I'm gonna show y'all the other one that she's got that I was torn between. Yeah, I like this one too. Call me weird, but I love it. It's a taxi cab purse. It's a taxi cab purse. Oh, I love her shoes too. I love her shoes too. Oh, listen, I'm getting ready to show y'all. I got the shoe that I'm getting ready to buy that of hers. Y'all, we ain't gonna never get off of here, but I'm they on sale. Y'all better get them. They are on sale. It's already in the basket. This one right here is already in the basket. Y'all, they are on sale and taking a extra, supposed to be extra 35, but it's taking an extra $14 off. And I was reading the reviews. They said that they are so comfortable. I like the black one better than I do the pink one. Even though I like the pink one, they're on sale. So maybe I should get. I need to see how the black ones, how comfortable they are and all of that. So, what size you wear? What size do you wear, chocolate? They still got them in my size. They got 8 and 8.5. I still been getting 8.5 because when I get back down to my regular size, I wear a 7.5. When I get back, because your feet swell as you gain weight too. But when I'm at my regular weight, I am a 7.5. You wear a size 10. My baby girl wear a size 10. My baby girl wear a size 10, but my girls are tall. My girls are tall, but my baby, I was like, I was gonna get, because I always buy them shoes and stuff for like Christmas. I was like, what size you wear now? A 9? Mom, I wear a 10 or a 10.5. I said, are you serious? But she's tall though. She's like 5'8". She grew off and left my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter is like 5'7". I don't know how those girls, because I'm 5'3". I'm trying to figure out how they get so tall. Because their dads are not tall at all. Y'all, the dads are not tall. Anyways, you guys, I gotta run. I gotta go. Okay, I gotta get out in the field. I gotta go do a interview before somebody goes to work. I be working early. I hustles to get them interviews so I can close my cases out. I enjoyed you all. I love you all. Y'all be blessed. Be safe. I pray traveling grace over everybody. May you all get back home to your families the same way you left. I ask God to bless and shield me as I be out in these North Memphis streets today. Okay. I love you all. I'll talk to you later.